Now, if you feel you're too old, too busy, or too broke to learn something new or to start your life over again, this video is for you. I have a busy schedule. I run 4 businesses. I homeschool 3 children. I don't know when I'm going to go back to school, but guess what? I am still learning new skills and I'm actually making money from them. In the past 3 years, I've taught myself how to code. I've taught myself project management and I've written the Scrum Master certification and I passed it, so I have my certificate. I've taught myself digital marketing. I've taught myself Canva. I've taught myself how to create content on YouTube. I have taught myself public speaking. Now, if you feel you're too old, too busy, or too broke to learn something new or to start your life over again, this video is for you, because not only are you telling yourself a lie, you are limiting yourself. Hi friend, welcome to my channel, and over here we talk about everything womanhood, from motherhood to femininity to spiritual growth and of course financial stability. We talk about everything that's tied around the fingers of a woman. So if this is something you resonate with, definitely hit that subscribe button, join our community. We'd love to have you here. Now let's be real, when you hit your 30s, most of the time you start to think that learning new things are going to be hard, especially when you become a mother, right? A lot of people say, after I left school, I don't know, I cannot go back to school again, I cannot learn again, it becomes hard to sit down and read, it becomes hard to study, I cannot write essays, I cannot take exams, and that is a lie, right? You can do everything from the comfort of your home while still being everything you want to be. Like I said before, over the past year, I have not only earned my Scrum Master certification, I have taught myself how to code, I have taught myself content creation, digital design, how to sell online, and how to purchase online, how to create videos, how to edit the videos. All of this I did without going back to school. I did right from the comfort of my own home. And I'm going to teach you exactly how I managed to do that. Now, if this is something you would like to learn, let us go. Now, the first place I started was my mindset. I shifted my mindset, and that is where I need you to start from. I stopped waiting for permission. I started to give myself grace. I reminded myself that I really don't need to go back to school right now to learn. Because right now, I do not have the capacity to go back to school. I cannot go back to school right now to earn the degree that I want to earn, but I have the desire to learn. So the first place to start is a mindset shift. You have to remove that block that is telling you that the only way to learn is to go back to school, because that is not the truth. Now, I'm not saying that going to school is not important, because it is, but I'm saying that if you find yourself in situations where you're unable to go back to school, now is not the time for you to now limit yourself and say, oh, woe is me, I cannot go back to school, I do not have the money to go back to school, or my children are all over the place, I cannot go back to school. You just need the desire. You need the desire to want to learn, and you would see that the resources to learn everything you desire to learn will come to you. Now, I gave up the idea of being perfect. I'm not a perfectionist. I cannot sit up late to write papers, but one thing I can sit up late to do is to create designs. So I focused on being consistent on my strengths, right? So I shifted my mind from thinking about the things I did not have. I started to think about the things that I had. What do I have? Right? What am I good at? What do I want to learn? What do I have the desire for? And so that is where I want you to start from. Step 2 are my simple learning tools. And I'm going to tell you the simple learning tools that I used to learn everything I learned. Now, the first and foremost, the top on the list is right here where you're watching me from, the YouTube University. I hope you know that every single thing you want to learn is right here on YouTube. I have playlists of tutorials, playlists for project management, playlists for software development, playlists for learning Python. I have now I do not code anymore, but I have playlists for all of those things here on YouTube University. Now that is your first resource and tool for learning. A lot of you underestimate YouTube and you only come here to watch entertainment, but I can tell you that YouTube is your first stop. I literally learned how to build things on YouTube. I learned how to build my Canva website here on YouTube. I learned how to do my project management here on YouTube. So YouTube is your first stop. The second learning tool that I used was Udemy. Now, if you are in the United States and you have a library card, you have access to Udemy for free, because that was what I leveraged on. I have a library card, and the library will give you access to online resources like Udemy, like LinkedIn Learning, like what's that other one for crafts? It will give you access to a lot of these online resources to learn. Now, if you say you do not have access to a library card, several times during the year, Udemy courses go on sale for like $11. Before I got the library card, I know I had invested in 2 different courses and I purchased them at $11. Wait for those times where those courses are on sale, and they go on sale very, very often. For $10 or $11, it is an amazing way to invest in your future and buy that course, right? And definitely take that course. Okay, so that is your number 2 tool to learning something. My third tool was practice over perfection. Now, I was not just watching the videos and learning and all of that. I was practicing everything I was learning. And even though they did not look perfect in the first place, I kept on practicing. So whether it's video editing, right now I'm currently taking another video editing class to learn DaVinci Resolve, because it just looks fancy and it looks professional. Anyway, so whether it's editing a video, creating a journal on Canva, or writing YouTube video scripts, or editing YouTube video, or creating content, you have to constantly do it. You cannot just keep learning without doing. There has to be a doing. So as you're learning how to create content, create the content and put it out there for critics, right? As you're learning how to create digital products, create them. The more you create them, the better you become at it. Now, the third step for learning was time management tricks. Now, I can tell you for certain that I have my hands full. 3 kids, all homeschooled, business and all of that. I have my hands full, but I learned to manage my time, because I also need time for myself and I don't want to be burnt out. Now, I don't have hours upon hours of free time to learn, but what I have is chunks of time where my children are taking a break. 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 30 minutes there. Maybe when they go to nap, 2 hours here and there. Now, you don't have to get frustrated because, oh my God, the kids, I have the kids and all of that. No, those few minutes that you have to scroll on Instagram, right? Those few minutes are time enough for you to get 15 minutes of information in, as little as it is. Now, in those 15 minutes, one thing I don't do is I don't go and open a 4-hour video and watch it for 15 minutes. Because if you're watching a 4-hour video, it takes a lot for you to actually start to grasp it. And that 15 minutes will probably not go anywhere. So I go look for a 15-minute summary. And that's where YouTube comes to play. I go look for a 15-minute summary of the entire course that I'm trying to learn. And I watch it, like project management in 15 minutes, Python in 15 minutes, content creation in 15 minutes, and I just go ahead and watch it like that in chunks. And when the children go to nap or when they go to bed at night and I'm willing to invest like 2 hours, I take that 4-hour course and I watch like 2 hours out of it, and then it's practice, practice, practice. That is the key to learning. Now, here's the truth. You do not need a classroom. All you need is the will and your commitment to your own personal growth. You don't need to be young as well. You just need to be hungry. You need to have the desire to want to learn. And let me tell you the truth. You're not behind. You're just getting started. And God is there to meet you right where you are. So whether you want to learn video editing, you want to learn cooking, you want to learn cake making, you want to learn balloon decoration or craft, whatever it is you want to learn, you can do it. One video, one notebook, one skill at a time. You can definitely do it. Now, if this video has encouraged you, I want you to go ahead and hit that like button. and also hit that subscribe button if you love my face. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Have an amazing day. My name is thetobyrich.